Welcome. So you want to be an option seller, but you don't have a huge account, or you want to make weekly, monthly, or guaranteed income, but all you have is what, $3,000, $1,000, $5,000. I'm going to show you exactly how to make great weekly income. I'm talking about hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a week, literally selling puts the poor man's way. Okay. And not because you're poor, but it's a way you can do it with less capital. So let's get into it. The first thing you need to understand is, what is cash secured puts actually? Great question. What cash secured puts are, and what you know about it, is that pretty much you have to put collateral, the cash, in a brokerage account as if you're going to buy 100 shares of any company. And when you do that, you can now sell puts and generate weekly income for it. So for example, right now, PLTR is $160 at the time of this recording. If I wanted to buy 100 of these, I would need $160 times 100, which is $16,000 to buy 100 shares. And just like every options contract contains 100 shares. But the difference between buying and selling is that when we sell, we're actually making income from it. When we buy, we're hoping it goes up, and then we make the difference in the appreciation, like real estate. So if you go to the trade tab real quick, and I want to show you, okay, if I wanted to sell any options on the put side, normally for cash secured puts, you would just go to the ticker you want. This is the 143, and then you would hit the word sell, and you'll sell the put. But what if all you had is $3,000? Great. What you do is what I call a poor man cash secured put, which is a vertical. Okay. The difference is, if you sell a put, a cash secured put, right? If it comes to your strike and the trade goes against you, all that happens is you buy the shares. When you're doing this poor man's cash secured put, or what I call a put credit spread, what's actually happening is you're putting your cash up as collateral. So I'll give you a perfect example. Let's say somebody has a Ferrari. You have an insurance business. To insure the Ferrari costs $100,000. Okay. You charge the client $103,000. Okay. You have $3,000 in cash. You now then bought the insurance for $100,000. So the real money at risk is your $3,000 that you used to buy the premium. Are you getting that? So that $3,000 you used to buy the real insurance, that's what you have at risk. Because if the car gets into an accident, the $100,000 policy will really pop in. But that $3,000 of your own cash that you make up the difference in the insurance, that's what you actually have at risk. That's exactly what this is. When you do this, what you're pretty much saying, if you sell it to 143, is that if this stock PLTR gets between 143 and let's say 140, guess what? Your $1,000 of your money is at risk. So what you do is sell an insurance at 143 strike price, and then you buy an insurance at 133 strike price. And what you can do is literally hit the vertical. And we're going to do one for this example so I can break it down more clearly. So we're doing 10 apart. Okay. So if you sell the 143, you see here it says sell the 143, and then you're selling the 143 and you're buying the 133. What you're saying is that difference in strike price between 143 and 133, which is 10, you're responsible for that with your own cash. Well, because this is options trading and everything is times 100, that 10 strike price difference is actually $1,000. So if you had only $1,000 in your account and you sold this poor man's cash secured put, or what I call the put credit spread, or what's called a vertical, you actually get paid $230, and your maximum risk is $770. Why is it $770? Well, because the $1,000 was at risk, but you got paid $230 as insurance to do this trade. So for doing this trade, you were risking $1,000 and making $230. So you have less capital to work with, but you're getting more of a premium increase. And here's the beautiful part. the delta is still in effect. The delta is the percentage chance that this trade is going to go in your favor, minus 100. So if you see minus 0.25, pretty much is 100 minus 25, which is 75. You have 75% chance that this trade is going to go in your favor. And for every $1,000 you put at risk, you're going to make $230. So if you had $3,000, you can literally do 3 of these contracts and boom, you just got paid $687 of real money because you said it says profit. Okay. And it says credit. You're going to get paid $683 minus the little $390 commission to actually place this trade. While if you were just doing the cash secured put and you were just selling the 143, you will need $14,300 to put on this trade. Does that make sense? Because everything is times 100. Okay. So if instead of needing $14,300 to make 500, all you need is 3,000 to make 687. So because you're taking on more risk with your capital, they're actually paying you more cash flow and more premium to do this trade. And there's only a 25% chance that you'll be wrong or a 75% chance that you will win. But what if you want to be safer? You can go on and give yourself literally a 90% chance that you're going to make money. So you sell the vertical at the 0.10 delta. So 100 minus 10 is 90. That means there's a 90% chance that you get to keep the money. And make sure you do a $10 spread. So 125, you sell the 125 insurance, you buy the 115 insurance. And now for this, you're going to get paid $78 for every dollar you have at risk. For every $1,000 you have at risk, you're going to make $78 or 7.8% on your money in literally 2-3 weeks. Imagine every paycheck you're making 7% on your money. How long would it take you to actually get rich or feel comfortable or take care of groceries or whatever? So if you have a small account, this is what I like to call the poor man's cash secured put. The risk is different, yes, for 100%. With cash secured put, if the trade goes against you, you just have to buy the shares. That's not that bad. You can then go around and do the real strategy and sell calls on it, which is another video for another time. But with this, because you have lower capital, you're just creating an insurance company and your lower capital is just being the literally collateral for this if this trade goes against you. But here's the beauty. You can put a 90% trade on or a 95% trade on where is 95% going to work in your favor. Yes, you get paid more or less premium, but if you do this every month, that's an extra $150 a month with a 95% chance of winning the trade. I will do that every day of the week and twice on Sunday. So hope that makes sense. This was just a quick overview of the poor man's cash secured put, or what I call the vertical. If you want me to do a longer, in-depth, detailed video on this, like with PowerPoints and spreadsheets, just comment PowerPoint below and I will do that. Also, I'm going to give you my 5 favorite stocks that I like to do cash secured puts on, and that you can also do this poor man's cash secured put on it. If you just join the email list, you'll get those 5 stocks that give you the most premium for the least amount of cash. Chat soon.